Hi, this is Congressman Luetkemeyer with another edition of the Blaine Buzz. Thanks for joining us this week. Today I want to mention a little bit about one of the successes that we've had with regards to pushing back on some federal regulation. As you well know, we've been working hard on the child farm labor rule that was put out by the Department of Labor. The rule would prohibit children under the age of 16 or 18, depending on what piece of equipment they were operating and what task they were performing, from being able to work on neighbors' farms. There were some provisions that will allow you to work on Grandpa's farm or Aunt Sadie's farm or whatever, but the bottom line is that to be prohibited from working on anybody other than an immediate relative's farm. That's quite un-American, I think, from the standpoint of the way we as a people work. It's neighbor helping neighbor. The reason for this rule supposedly was because of safety, but I think that the parents and neighbors and friends and relatives of that child can do a lot better job of looking out for the safety of that child than the federal government. That's the last thing we need to do, is that the federal government telling us what's safe and what's not safe. You can see how they've done with all the other things they've got involved in. But it's nice to know that we can actually have success once in a while from the standpoint that the Department of Labor actually pulled this rule that was proposed, and through the efforts of not only myself, but a lot of other farm state congressmen who pushed to have the rule pulled, as well as the bill that was filed by my good friend from Iowa, who I also signed on with as well. So I think it's this push that we've had to push back against this rule, which has made it possible for us to actually have a victory finally with regards to some of the federal rules and regulations, and keep working with us. We're going to continue to fight on the rest of them. It's kind of a multifaceted front, obviously. I tell people it's kind of like putting fingers in a dike. You run the fingers after a while, but this is when we actually got stopped. So if you need some more information, don't hesitate to give us a call here at the office. But until then, we'll see you next week.